Alright, welcome back to the Super Coach Nuff channel. In this video we're going to look at NRL Fantasy going into round 18 of the 2025 NRL Super Coach season. Don't know how I forgot what the year was, but let's get on with it even. Yeah, I should start the whole thing again, but we're not about that on this channel. So, who's hot, who's not? Let's just get stuck in. James Tedesco, number one on the Who's Hot list. I actually thought he'd be more highly owned, that he wouldn't be a popular trade in this week, but yeah, absolutely. Bring in James Tedesco, season long keeper. Potential captaincy option this week as well, if you're that way inclined. Celesi Fiketti, I don't hate this move. I do like him as a player. Um, but I guess after this week, potentially reverts back to a bench role. Um, Actually, I haven't looked at his stats too closely. Let's just do it. So yeah, nice break even of -4's handy. Still pretty cheap too, which is nice. He has been playing at prop, so and then played lock last week. So yeah, I guess the big minutes last week sort of helped contribute to the big score. Um, But yeah, work rates there. He scored that mad try a couple of weeks ago as well. Um, yeah, I mean, if you're short on cash, he's probably the player to target. So yeah, great call. Jacob Preston at number three. I guess if you've got the money, obviously Fiketti is half the price. But I think Preston does have that try scoring ability, which he showed last week. But the work rate's there as well. So do like Preston. Jerome Hughes, yep, I think, probably the number one half this week. So it makes sense that he's this high up the list. Eli Katoa, so I guess I already had Eli Katoa. Actually, do I have Eli Katoa in this format? I think I was going to, that's right, and Klamatangi got up. So um, yeah, I think the order's right. I have brought in Preston this week just to give away one of my trades. But yeah, Eli Katoa, I can definitely see bringing him in. It's a bit of a flip of the coin there. Karapani, um, yeah, so I bought him in a couple of weeks ago. He's a bit more expensive now, um, but yeah, I don't know. Like, just given the price, he hasn't got a lot of value. He's definitely not a keeper. Um, so I think, yeah, maybe unless you're absolutely struggling for a centre this week and he's the right man at the right price, makes sense. Tells Duncan. So I think the ship sailed on this pick. It's sort of easy for me to say. I haven't brought him in a few weeks ago before this mad run that he's had. Um, but he's probably not really a keeper. Like, I'll probably use him on my bench for the rest of the season. But I guess if you're looking in the edge, Preston or Katoa would be the go. If you're looking for a middles, you're probably looking at the likes of Terrell May for sure. Um, After that, I can't remember who's playing this week, which doesn't help my cause. Clark Matangi, I'd have him over Duncan. Um, I guess obviously they're probably a bit more expensive than Duncan, so probably I'd have Nafai White over Duncan if I was looking for something this week. Um, so yeah, but I already have Duncan, so take that for what it's worth. Tom Travojevic, I think looked pretty good in the centres last week from all reports. I think he scored well fantasy wise as well. Let's have a quick look because I don't remember. So break even of 17 is promising. So he scored 49, which was nice, and yeah, it was only a line break assist really that was the attacking sort of thing. So 15 tackles. That number looks weird when you see that. 136 running meters, so still pretty decent. So yeah, Tom Travojevic, not the worst shout for a wing fullback this week. Nwangini Tuase, so obviously the dual position's nice. The upside that he has with his try scoring ability is nice. I've already got him. So I think, yeah, if you want to bring him in, come join the club. Scott Drinkwater. So went well last week. Interesting one this week with Melbourne Storm having so many of their frontline players out. But that next man up sort of mentality usually gets them through. And even then, you see like they just replaced Munster with someone like Tyron Wishart. It's a pretty nice place to be. So yeah, I had considered Scott Drinkwater as an option, but I'm probably not going there myself. Jamal Fogarty, so probably the number two keeper option after Jerome Hughes. The only downside with Fogarty is he does have the bye next week, which is also true of Duncan, which is might be why I'd sort of steer clear of him. But next week is only best 13 too. So if you can hold him on the bench, I think he's not the worst half to keep for the run home. Nafahu White, as I said, I probably prefer him over Tallis Duncan. Um, so yeah, like probably not elite level keeper, but will definitely do a good job on your bench for the rest of the year. Jed Stewart. So I guess if you're penny pinching wing fullback, not the worst option. Jack Bird, he's probably pretty cheap, I'd imagine. 337. Yes, I guess he's cheaper than Karapani. I'm pretty sure I better check Karapani's price before I commit to that statement. Yeah, 383. So 50k discount for Jack Bird if you need a bit of cover this week. Obviously, don't know. Actually, I think his role's changed a bit, hasn't it? So what are we on? Jack Bird. Yes, actually started in the second row and consequently got 45 points. So he did start earlier in the season and only scored 27. Um, so yeah, so just 41 tackles, just lots of work. So if you think he can keep the work rate up, he could be a sneaky sort of cover option, edge centre. Obviously, don't think he's a keeper in either of those spots, given the talent we've got there. But don't hate it. And Ryan Pappenhausen, so yeah, there's a few options this week around the wing fullback, and I probably would have Pappy just above Drinky, just because the Storm are probably a stronger team overall than the Cowboys at the moment. But I think Tron Travojevic is the shout at that cheaper price point. On the Who's Not list, so the first few are pretty easy. Injured, 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 injured. I think Stewart's just a HIA, but yeah, he can go. Fletcher Sharp injured. Tom Jenkins, so he's done his job in terms of making cash and stuff, so he can go. Halasima, probably another one who's peaked in his price, I would have thought, so he can go. Riley Smith, people jumping off with the Talon Silver news. I think that makes sense. Um, Adam Fanor Blake, surely he's a hold for 1 week. Um, it's best 13. Yeah, so I'd hold him if you've got him. Appy Coruscant, so this is an interesting one given De Silva's gone, but I think Coruscant's actually out this week, isn't he? So he's not a useful number, and he's probably not a keeper. I mean, if you've got an Aaron Clark, yeah, you'd play him over Coruscant. Maybe you're looking at targeting Grant. Connor Watson, I've forgotten about, to be fair. Um, yeah, so I think Coruscant can go. Jackson Purdue, geez, you must be doing well if you can afford to trade him out in the centres this week, given that he's playing. Um, yeah, I don't like that one. I'll probably give them a slap. Isaiah Yongi, yeah, well done if you held on. He scored well the last few weeks, I'm pretty sure. Definitely in Supercoach, but he's definitely looked good on actual NRL. Yeah, so back to back 49s, sort of 5 round average of 40 as well, which is nice. But yeah, break even and price point match up, so well done, Isaiah. But you cut. And Heath Mason, so I think he got suspended this week. So yeah, maybe just if you need the number and yeah, you're banking on him, then you can trade to a Jed Stewart, something like that, and just get through the week. So in terms of my team this week, haven't really changed the plan since the round review. So unfortunately, with Metcalf injured, I have used the injury trade, one of the injury trades, to go to Hughes, um, which sort of also solved a couple other little issues. Um, but Couchman also being injured meant I went for Jacob Preston. Obviously, Ellie Katoa was a great option there too, but just going with my guy there at the Dogs. And so the team, we do actually have 14 this week with Latu Finu there as well. But, I think Savala and Hughes have a bit more scoring potential. Um, and then, yeah, I've gone Hughes on the VC over to Desco. Terrell May, I think's, just the safe option as captain, not overthinking that. But yeah, just looking at the team this week, pretty happy with it. Pretty happy with where the squad's at. Like keeping my guy Kurt Donahue. Although playing six now, I might be a little bit off him. I'll see if I can see what he's worth. What would he be under hooker? Kurt Donahue, there he is. So break even at 26. So you imagine he can do that when he does play next. Um, but yeah, maybe like a luxury upgrade. I say that we've got 8 extra trades coming soon. So, and just looking through the team, it's like maybe Stewart, Karapani, and Finu would be three of the emergencies every week. So we've got 18 decent options. So, which is pretty good. Like there's going to be teams on buys and stuff, which will make it a little bit trickier some weeks. But I think generally we're pretty good for the run home. Got a lot of cash in the bank too. So even one of them cheapies could be upgraded to another keeper. But yeah, I think that's everything we needed to touch on. So might as well wrap it up there. As always, if you've got any questions, comments, thoughts, feel free to add them below this video. Give us a like if you enjoy the NRL Fantasy content. Subscribe for all the fantasy sports content on the channel. And other than that, we'll catch you in the next one.